For Whistler Museum Manager Trish Odorico, it's a time of day she looks forward to most.
I love leading the tours because it's kind of a break from my day inside the museum.
With another full group waiting for her, donation box and photos packed, the Whistlerite heads off to lead today's museum tour, otherwise known as the Valley of Dreams tour.
All right, welcome everybody to the Whistler Museum walking tour. When you come to Whistler, not everybody wants to come into a museum, so it's really nice to take the museum out there. To start, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about First Nations history here.
Everywhere we travel, we always like to take tours because it's nice to see the beauty of the location you're in, but I'm more about learning the history of how it got there.
Indigenous people did actually use Whistler as a trading corridor.
After a brief talk about surrounding First Nation settlers to start the tour, the group of mostly BCers heads to the village, where they learn about pioneers Alex and Myrtle Phillip, who together built Whistler's first tourist attraction, otherwise known as Rainbow Lodge, in 1914.
You can see on this map, it's just right here on Alta Lake. So that was kind of the first hub of Whistler. What people really enjoy is the history, the pioneer history especially. Myrtle Phillip, she was one of the best fly fishermen in the district. She set and nursed broken bones. She lobbied for the first school here. So yeah, she's a really fascinating character.
From there, it's off to stop number 3.
Here we are at the mountains. So Blackcomb and Whistler. Does anybody know why they are named Blackcomb and Whistler? Blackcomb looks like the comb of a rooster. And then Whistler is the hoary marmot. And that's actually what Whistler is named after.
That's kind of cool trivia. I'm not good at Trivial Pursuit, but I might use that one.
So let's walk just a bit over this way.
Along with mountain pop trivia, the group has also shown one of Whistler's first gondolas, one of the many lines and structures built as part of the city's first bid to host the 1968 Olympics.
Many people think that the main village in Whistler was always where it has been, but it was actually started in Creekside, and Creekside was the original village base and where the original gondola left from.
While the city may have lost the bid, it forged ahead to officially open up Whistler Mountain in 1966, with architects hired to convert the city's downtown dump into what's today's Whistler Village in 1975. For newlywed tourist Ralph and Menchu, taking in the resort's history is just as important as its sights and restaurants.
So often we visit a place and we don't really know how this place came about to be, and I think it's good to have this insight.
The main thing that stood out for this group?
In the beginning of the 1900s, that a 10-acre parcel of land costed $700 up here.
That it was really a woman that pioneered Rainbow Lodge, and that's pretty exciting.
That it took 3 days to get up here in the old days by horse or carriage or things like that. And we got up here in an hour and 20 minutes.
And with that, it's on to the last stop of the tour.
This is from an announcement of when they heard they got the games.
For Trish, being able to share Whistler's many milestones, including bidding and finally hosting the Olympics in 2010, is a joy that, unlike the museum's photos and items, never gets old.
I love leading the tours because I always meet very interesting people, always, from all over the world. When I started at the museum, I had no idea that the history was so big. I think a lot of people don't come here to learn the history of Whistler. They come here to ski, snowboard, or mountain bike, or whatever. So it's kind of a nice bonus when you do learn the history. It's enriching. All right, you guys have been an awesome group, and that concludes the tour. Now back to home base.